In this video, I'll show you how to create driving melodic techno in the style of Massano. Massano is one of the most promising artists in the melodic techno scene. He quickly rose from the studio to some of the world's biggest festival stages, showcasing a unique sound that is aggressive and hypnotic, yet emotional and danceable. Massano's sounds continue to evolve through his own label Simulate, and his debut album Natural has cemented his place as a key figure in the genre. All the Serum 2 sounds I'm using in this video come from my brand new preset pack Gargantua, a handcrafted collection designed specifically for melodic techno and house. From deep driving bass lines to massive cutting leads, it's a key part of my own production workflow. If you haven't yet, you can check out a preview of the pack in the previous video on my channel. Grab it now on Gumroad and don't forget to use the promo code NEW15 to get 15% off. Before we dive in, I know a lot of you watch these videos without subscribing, so if you don't want to miss new content, hit that subscribe button, it's free and you can always unsubscribe later. We'll start with the kick. I found this punchy muted kick sample. It reminds me of the one used in Massano's track, The Feeling. To make it more aggressive, I added Kashmir Essentials plugin to add some compression and transient shaping. Let's listen. Then I used the LFO tool to shorten the tail a bit for our kick sample. For the bass, I used the preset anvil from my sample pack. Let me open the piano roll so you can see the MIDI pattern. The bass plays a bouncing E note pattern. I choose the key by ear to match the kick. It jumps the 16 up the octave with a bit of swing to add groove. Processing Kashmir Essentials to beef it up and clean out some muddiness. Some EQ to cut around 100 Hz and cut around 300 Hz. Then a Pultec EQ also to beef it up, and sidechain compression. To add variation, I layered a top bass using the preset St. Petersburg. In the piano roll, you can see it plays a more rhythmic variation, typical for many melodic techno tracks. Processing low cut EQ, slight high cut, Fruity Blood overdrive, another EQ cut, and of course a sidechain. All these low-end elements go into one bus where I apply some compression and add a filter for automation later on. To bring in some atmosphere, I added a rhythmic plug called Unstable. Cut the lows, added OTT and sidechain it. Let's move on to the drums. I picked a clap that hits on the 4th beat during the intro. In the drop, I layered it with a snappier, more EDM style clap. Reduced the volume of the first, added reverb and a low cut. Now the claps hit on beats 2 and 4 in the drop. I also added a head loop. Pitched down 2 semitones and used Shaper Box 3 to blend in some white noise, a bit of compression and reverb to make it more interesting. Then I'm adding another head loop with just an EQ on it. Sounds like this. And of course an open head. I'm removing some of the low end and some of the high end and adding some reverb. then percussion loop to add some texture. I'm using this ring modulation to make it more fancy and removing some of the low end. One of the most essential parts of a modern melodic techno track, especially in the Massano style, is steps. The first step I'm using is the step drop from Gargantua. You can tweak the macros to shape the tone. I just triggered it on one note and arranged it into the track. Processing, EQ, OTT compression, reverb, and some sidechain. For variation, I added another step preset called Rubber, programmed with triplets at the end of some phrases. Macros again help to shape the sound. And I routed it to the same effects chain as the first step. For a melodic element, I used an arpeggio preset square wave. It's quite simple, just repeating MIDI pattern that runs through the entire track. Processing, echo boy and some reverb for the space, then low cut EQ and a sidechain. Let's hear it all together. And in the build-up, the arpeggio goes one octave higher. The main driver of the track is this step. I based it on a bass preset called Don't Mess With Me, because bass and step synths often share envelope and filter settings. I tweaked the preset by adding a third oscillator and making a few changes to the processing. I used the FL Studio arpeggiator here. You can adjust speed and the pitch, but I kept it repeating a single note for a build-up effect. In the drop, I automated a few parameters to vary the rhythm and added a filter sweep during the build-up. Processing chain, thermal, snare shape preset for aggression, EQ, low cut, some fab filter Saturn for the grittiness, some reverb, filter automation, a second EQ, some delay, and of course a sidechain. I added one more step, an acid style shot I found on Splice. I pitched down 5 semitones, just some EQ and the reverb on it. For transition, I used a reversed effect, pitched down 5 semitones with a stereo fade, a clap effect placed before the drop, 2 downlifters between drop sections, a clap fill made from the original clap with added reverb, a ride cymbal in the peak moments of the drop, band with Shaper Box 3 and EQ, an impact sample that I made by myself for the build-up. Also some string samples during the build-up sections. A short snare build-up with filter and pitch automation, and a very cool riser preset I found in my library. And now let's put it all together and see how it sounds. Thanks for watching until the end. You can find the full FLP project file and my custom preset pack Gargantua on my Gumroad page или на Boosty, если вы из СНГ, links in the description. Let me know in the comments what you'd like to see in the next video.